My dear English student, I'm sure you've learned so many grammar rules so far. Don't start sentences with a but. Don't split infinitives. Never end a sentence with a preposition. Why, oh why? Let's be real, most of these rules don't matter. They matter, of course, when you're doing a TOEFL exam or the IELTS, but in everyday life, at work, unless you're writing an academic paper, it really is pointless. They don't help you speak English fluently, connect with people, and all they do is just give you a lot of anxiety. And we don't want any of that. So in this video, I'm going to give you the 5 grammar rules in English that actually matter. And the rest, you can just forget. Whoa, wait, don't just forget them. Keep them at the back of your mind. First, though, I'd like to talk about what this video is and what this video isn't. This video is definitely not about acing an English exam and pleasing a 90-year-old English teacher. This is for sounding clear, natural, and confident when speaking English. At work, if you're out on a date, writing an email, either informal or formal, writing text messages, and so on. So let's throw away the fluff and focus on the real stuff. Rule number 1. Subject and verb agreement. If you get this wrong, people will notice immediately because it makes your sentence feel broken. Now, what do I mean by subject-verb agreement? For example, she speaks English and not she speak English. The subject she is third person singular, so the verb needs an S. A lot of non-native English speakers get this one wrong, so drill it into your head. I speak, you speak, he, she speaks. And quick tip over here, if you're referring to he, she, it, those 3 get an S at the end. He works, it rains, she teaches. And what I've seen is a lot of people forgetting the S in the present simple tense, especially with do, does, go, goes, have, has. So you don't need perfect grammar to sound like you're fluent in English, so this is a must, and you should definitely work on it. Number 2, verb tense consistency. Mixing up tenses confuses everyone. And then it confuses you, and so that's not good for anyone. For example, I wake up, I am eating breakfast, and I am going to school. Like, hold on a minute, what just happened there? That was some grammatical acrobatics. A better version of this is, I woke up, ate breakfast, and went to school. Or, I wake up, eat breakfast, and go to school. See? Consistency. Just pick a timeline and stick to it. Is it past? Is it present? Is it future? Pick one, stick with it, and be consistent. And a pro tip here, if you like writing and producing stories, use the past simple. And in routines, use the present simple. Keep it clean, keep it consistent. Rule number 3, word order in questions. This one, you gotta be careful. It's not as bad as French. That is an atrocity. That is very complicated. It's a bit more simple in English, and it's very important to nail down. And this is one of the biggest giveaways that you're an English learner and not a native English speaker or somebody that speaks it fluently. But the good news is it's 100% fixable, thanks to me. For example, do you like pizza? And not, you like pizza? You sound like a Russian mobster if you say it like that. You like pizza. You like money. In English, we invert the object and auxiliary verb to ask questions. So here's a structure reminder for you. When we have do, does, did, we add subject and base verb. Do they live here? Do they play tennis? Does he have a car? Does he drive a car? Yes or no questions absolutely need an auxiliary verb. Now, what does that mean? WH questions like who, what, where follow the exact same rule. Where do you live? What does she want? Who does he know? You get the picture. Rule number 4, prepositions matter. Big time. And in English, they have way too many exceptions, at least for my liking. And don't get me wrong, I confuse them too sometimes. And if you get them wrong, your sentence will just sound weird. And really, the best way to learn prepositions is to expose yourself to English and to learn, not necessarily off by heart, but to become accustomed to certain expressions. And just pay attention to what prepositions they use in certain expressions. And by the way, I have a video, it will appear somewhere here, about the prepositions in, on, and at. So make sure to check it out. In, on, at are really the top ones that you have to master because they feature in a lot of sentences. For example, it is a general rule that the preposition at is used for specific places and also for time. For example, I will be at the airport at 3 p.m. And the preposition in is more used for enclosed spaces or places. For example, I'm sitting in my room, but then I'm on a bus. So again, you just need to learn these off by heart. And it's also used for months. For example, in March 2024. And then on is used for surfaces and also dates. For example, my mouse is on the desk. Or for example, I will be at the office on Monday. And a few common mistakes that I hear all the time. I am good in English. That's completely wrong. I am good at English. Because in English we say, I am good at doing something. I'm good at drawing. I'm good at speaking. I'm good at English. And then the other one, she is married with a lawyer. We don't say that in English. I think in a lot of languages you use the preposition with when you say I am married with someone. But in English, that's not the case. In English, we say we are married to someone. Makes no sense, but you just have to go with it. Maria is married to a doctor. And the fix for these really is to use them in phrases. So learn them in chunks and don't just learn them in single words. Remember the general rule that applies to prepositions, but also just be aware of all the exceptions and learn certain expressions, phrases off by heart. Some things have to be memorized. For example, to be interested in something, or to be good at something, to be afraid of something or someone. And rule number 5, modals for politeness and power. I don't know why I said modals. Modals. Ugh, God, it's too late in the day for this. So basically what this means is that if you want to sound polite and confident in English, modals are your best friend. They're words like can, could, would, might, and must. For example, can I ask you something? Or could I ask you something? In the US, it's more common to say can, whereas in the UK, could. But either way is basically polite and correct. Could you help me with this? Or would you mind sending me the message again? Or would you mind sending this to me again? So all that shows politeness. And for the purposes of confidence, you could say, we should move forward with this plan. So you're confident that we must move forward with this plan. Or you must be tired, meaning I am assuming that you are tired because you ran a marathon yesterday. This might be the solution that we need. So modals are about nuance. So there's a fine difference between can and could, should and must, and so on. So a bad version of how not to express yourself is, give me that file. But a polite and more correct version is, could you please give me that file? It's still direct, but it's polite. And this is a bonus tip for all you English learners. Here are some rules that you've been told that actually don't matter in real life. Number 1, don't start a sentence with and or but. In reality, we all start sentences with and but. Sometimes it's just inevitable. It's more convenient. And native speakers do it all the time. So it's not necessarily wrong. Grammatically, sure. But in practice, absolutely not. Nobody will judge you. Oh, and this one as well. Ending sentences with a preposition. For example, we all say the phrase, "What are you talking about?" About is a preposition and nobody has a problem with that, so it's all right. Just keep using it. And number 3, never use contractions, which is absolutely silly because everybody does. That's how you speak. For example, a lot of teachers will say, "Oh yeah, don't use contractions because they're not polite." You're not going to practically say, "I do not know." You'll say, "I don't know." And that's perfectly acceptable. As long as you're clear, use contractions. Why not? And if a teacher ever says to you that these things are grammatically incorrect, tell them, when was the last time you had an actual English conversation with someone? So that's it. Those are your 5 pieces of English grammar that you practically need to know. Now, do tell me in the comments below which part of English grammar drives you insane. And what rule are you letting go of today? Give this video a like if you found it useful and subscribe to never ever miss an English lesson.